Hello, City Show here. Pat O'Melia here. You were concerned resident there. That's why we do this show. You'll see all the ways of getting in touch with me on the bottom of the screen. We just had the Ward D in Jersey City, the Ward D Council special election debate where we had the three main candidates, two elected not to attend. I took those podiums away. We had the three. And the three you see in the debate, they will finish 1, 2, 3. So we had the main candidates there. If you watch the debate, and it's available on our live stream and our YouTube channels, I learned a lot about these three candidates, and I learned a lot of where the future of the city goes. You know, some of the topics we're going to talk about today is a new word I learned, inclusionary zoning and affordable housing. We're going to talk about managing. These are all kind of like leftovers from the debate. Managing the city, how we can make the city affordable for you. You want to get affordable housing, if we can make the city affordable, then we can have affordable housing. What the city is trying to do with the inclusionary zoning is make private sector come up with the money for affordable housing and inclusionary zoning. Inclusionary zoning is basically saying we want to get a lot out of the developers. What I refer to many times over the years on television and radio is we are bribing the developers to develop in Jersey City. I don't think we need to do that anymore. I think location stands. You know, we're it in the state of New Jersey. Actually, we're probably it in New York. We're right across the street from them. So we're going to be talking about inclusionary zoning. We're going to be talking about managing the city. It's like a three-part segment here. We're going to talk about water and sewer, trash and recycling, roads and parks, how the city can do a better job and save you money in the process. So that's our show for today. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and launch inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. Pat O'Melia here. You're there. Again, everything on the bottom of the screen telling you how to get in touch with us. And like I said, we're just fresh off the Ward D debate Thursday. One of the things I was interested in was the question that John Hennis posed about inclusionary zoning and affordable housing. What the city is going to try to do with this zoning, if you want to develop something in any part of the city, the inclusionary zoning will mandate an amount of affordable housing. But there you can get out of that mandate by, you can buy your way out. The affordable housing aspect, 20%. You can build off-site the developer. He can build his affordable housing on the other side of town, on the bad side of town. He doesn't want to do it in the downtown area. There are all these ways they can accomplish the inclusionary affordable housing, the developer. There's a lot of outs in it. But, with anything, there should be outs. There should be ways to let the developer feel comfortable developing. But, I think I'm past that. And the only reason you're going to have this is if they're looking for density, variances, or abatements. So if the developer's looking for one of those three, the city's going to put their hand out. In essence, the city wants to be bribed. You want to develop here, we want you to do this, and we want 20% of the apartments to be affordable, and we'll let you build them off-site. My question is, first of all, for anything to get developed anymore, do we really have to, in Jersey City, give an abatement and zoning and density? I'm going to talk about a project on Berry Lane that it becomes interesting. But private sector, should they be responsible for building our affordable housing? For years and years and years, the state and the city and the feds did the affordable housing. Where I grew up in Dog Patch, we used to have the row. It was 2 blocks of 2 over 2 apartments, 2 rooms on the bottom, 2 rooms up top. It was there up until the 70s. Probably was built after World War I, and that was affordable housing. You had Curry Woods, the original Curry Woods. I think there's only one of the original Curry Woods there on Heckman Drive, probably 1 or 3 Heckman Drive. The rest of Curry Woods now are townhouses. You had Duncan Projects. You had tons of affordable housing, and it was done by the government, not through private industry. See, right now on Berry Lane, what they're talking about doing is there's 17 stories right now development. And in exchange for the density and the variances, the city would get a 22,000 square foot white box, a big 22,000 square foot building that the city would outfit, whether for recreation, senior center, whatever the case is. But for the city to grant the variance for the 17, the city wants this 22,000 square foot white box. The city is demanding 14,000 square feet of rental space, retail space rather, that would be utilized by local people in the Lafayette area. Basically, what the city is telling this developer, if you want to build, this is what we want. This is, it's an above-table bribe. You want this density, you want to build 17, we want the 22,000 square foot building, we want you to have 14,000 of retail space that will be dedicated to local business people in that general area, and then we'll approve it. The developer said, if it weren't for the 22,000 white box and the 14,000 square foot of retail space, he could get by with 8 floors. But for the city to get what it wants for that area, to have somebody else pay instead of the city do it itself, he's getting 9 more floors. He's going to double the height of the project so the city could get the 22,000 square foot white box and 14,000 square feet of retail space that will be dedicated to people, businesses in the surrounding community. Is that what we want to do? Should we be building our own 22,000 square foot recreation center and keep this guy to 8 stories? Because the neighborhood's not crazy about this thing 17 stories high looming over the neighborhood. And I don't blame them. But this is what exclusionary zoning is becoming. We're going to break for commercial and we'll be right back.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. Before I get to the next topic, which is managing the city, like I said, do I really want the developers to get give the city gifts in exchange for density, zoning, and variances? No. Let them build without abatements, and let the city enjoy the real estate taxes, and let the school get the real estate taxes instead of abating it, and let the city and the state and the feds figure out how we're going to build affordable housing. We have done this for years, like I said. Curry Woods, before and after now, Duncan Projects, Marion Gardens, senior centers, they were all built. And they were built without private developers footing the bill and getting all these gifts. Like I said, that Berry Lane project, the guy said he could, without the city gifts, he can get by with 8 floors. Well, let him get by with the 8 floors. And the other thing with affordable, I don't know why we can't build affordable housing like the old Kerry Woods. I lived in Kerry Woods until my mother passed away. 71 Merritt Street, 7C. It was a beautiful building. I don't know why affordable housing can't live high-rise, but people with money can live high-rise. I'm not sure about that. The more rental units, apartments we can build on a footprint, the cheaper it gets. But for some reason, affordable, we can't do that high-rise. But high-end, we can. We need affordable housing? Yes. How do you do that? You make the city affordable. You stop depending on the developers to build what we need in the city. And what is that? Well, let's talk about managing the city and how we flush money away. Managing the city. Let's start with, again, this is from the debate. Water and Sewer Department. Here, we have the MUA and we have Suez. They work hand in hand here. Did you know that at one time there was a Jersey City Water Department? Yes, there was. And we used to do the water, and we used to do the sewers, and we used to do the billing. Right now, you got Suez doing that and the MUA. The MUA is making money off your water. Suez is making money off your water. Those two entities. MUA has employees. They all get paychecks. They all get pensions. They get health benefits. The commissioners at the MUA even. They get vacations. They get all the perks. And they're paid for by you. The same thing with Suez. Suez isn't bidding on our water to break even. They're making buku bucks on this. The MUA is making bucks on this. Who isn't making bucks on this is the people of Jersey City. When you get your next water bill, water and sewer, you will notice an 18% increase. So we can fund Suez and the MUA, which at one time was the Jersey City Water Department. We didn't have, you're basically financing two companies, the MUA and Suez. Now, the whole reason is we don't want to manage the department anymore. We want an autonomous agency in Suez to do the heavy lifting. And you get to write them a heavy check every month. Again, we used to do this. The answers to our present is in the past. How did we used to do this before? Before we brought in autonomous agencies in Suez who were making money on you. You're doing that. Brett Schindler gave us the MUA. So he had to plug a budget gap. So they devised the MUA, and they did some bonding, and the MUA gave us Suez. So it's got a 10-year contract. I think it was 3 years this time around. And Suez is making buku bucks. MUA is making bucks. They just gave the city a bunch of millions of dollars to help with their budget. We used to do this in-house without an MUA and without Suez Water. And those entities are making money. There are pensions, there are profits, there are holidays, there are paychecks. You're paying for that. Can we untwine Suez and the MUA and get it to the point where we can manage it without everybody making bucks off you? Yes, we can. The problem is you have to want to. You have to want to manage the water and sewer as we used to do. We don't do that anymore. We write a check to these people. It's nice to write checks with your money, and that's what's happening here. We need to untwine ourselves from this, from Suez in particular. MUA, it wouldn't be bad to untwine there because a ton of money there, a lot of salary, a lot of pension. We don't need that. But that's something we need to untwine. When we come back from commercial, we'll talk about another one. If you're watching The City Show, I'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. City Show here. Pat O'Melia here. You there? I stay outside too. Yeah, all week it's going to be nice. Try to enjoy these nice days as much as possible. The weather's good. Get your flu shot. I'm thinking about getting mine tomorrow. We just had a doctor in here as we're producing a new show called Hudson Health. And this doctor's talking about COVID-19, the second wave. This guy's right. Things are going to get ugly. But let's continue with one problem at a time. Managing the city. Trash and recycling. Take it for granted. Well, we don't take it for granted anymore because we have the absolute worst, awful vendor doing our trash and recycling pickups. I hate to say pickup because they leave most of it there. It's all over the front of my house. We have to pick this crap up every night and throw it in the cans. The city just gave a 3-year, $6 million per year deal to an awful vendor. Yeah, before that, we used to have Waste Management. They were better than this awful vendor. Now, the trash business has changed. China's not buying all the trash anymore, so it's changed. We used to get paid for trash. Now we're paying for trash. Why did we give an awful vendor $18 million over 3 years? Your $18 million, by the way. Your, again, writing that check with your bucks. City had no options, they said. We ain't got no options. This is the only bid. Well, that's when somebody should have sat down and said, we got to come up with some options. We can't go to the people of Jersey City and yank $18 million out of their pocket because we ain't got no options. Actually, we do. We don't need to be held hostage by an awful vendor because we have no options. Union City seemed to have options. North Bergen seemed to have options. For that matter, I'm working on my kid's house over the weekend in Seaside, framing out windows, and Seaside knows picks up their own garbage, their own trucks. They seem to have options, just the biggest city in the state doesn't. Did you know that Jersey City has a transfer station, a waste transfer station, right here in good old Jersey City? Right on Route 1 and 9 and 5th Avenue. It's Interstate Waste. I used to be involved with them. There are other waste transfer stations, too, right over the bridge on Doremus Avenue. Right over it's a new bridge going up. Route 7, right off the Charlotte Circle. Go over there, over the bridge. Take the jug handle, and you're on Doremus Avenue. There are waste transfer stations there. So we have options if we worked at it, if we managed it. But the problem is, we got a lot of people who don't want to manage. Again, it's a lot easier to write a check with your money. In this case, $18 million of your money. I don't know how many millions of your dollars with the MUA and Suez, but again, it's millions, and it's your money that you pay for. The city can get garbage trucks. We have a few already. We can hire drivers with CDLs. We can hire the trash collectors. It's not impossible to do. For that matter, the guys that drive the sweepers can probably drive the garbage trucks. We do have a DPW department. I'm starting to wonder as I look into this, what the hell does DPW do? That was the Department of Public Works. At one time in Jersey City, it was a pretty prestigious department. I don't know what the hell they do anymore. Glenn D. Cunningham, the former mayor of Jersey City, passed on in 2005. He was looking into picking up our own garbage and recycling. Before Orrin Dabney left, the man who gave us nighttime garbage pickup, probably the greatest thing that ever happened in Jersey City in my lifetime, instead of being stuck behind those garbage trucks during the day. Now, a lot of you probably don't even remember it. They used to pick it up during the day. We'd put the garbage out at like 8 o'clock at night. It wouldn't come by until like 10 in the morning. So the garbage would just sit out in front of your house for like 12 hours or so. Glenn was looking into it. Orrin Dabney was working on a plan before he retired. Now, Orrin got a little jammed up here with the city, but he was looking into it. It can be done if you want to manage it. And you know, if we had kept the Jersey City Incinerator Authority, instead of rolling that into DPW and making everybody civil service, probably couldn't have done it a lot easier. But it is doable. You just want to have to manage it. It takes effort. It takes time. It takes skill. You know what doesn't take skill? Writing that check. Your money, writing that check. $18 million of your check to an awful vendor because we didn't want to manage it. Sound like work. It can be done if we want to manage it. Instead of paying other millions to do it, others millions to do it, your millions to do it. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Stevens Jersey City Ford, located right off of NJ 440 North. Across the Hudson Mall is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Check out Ford's latest models like the 2020 Ford Fusion with its stylish looks and hybrid options, or the unparalleled high-performance 2020 Ford Mustang. The 2020 Ford F-150 Raptor is ready for those rugged off-road terrains with trail control. Need a mid-sized truck for your towing and hauling? The 2020 Ford Ranger will deliver. The 2020 Ford Escape is a luxury SUV that was made for comfort and adventure on the go. Returning is Ford's legendary Bronco, which takes you back to the true meaning of off-roading. They are now available for pre-order in our showroom or on our website. Let us help you find your next vehicle. Stevens Jersey City Ford, 201-432-7272.
Pan & Pinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment. Adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panandpintoproperties.com. Pan & Pinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. I'm here. You're there. Let's talk about a little bit more what we could manage and save you money and create jobs in the process and save you money. You want to make affordable housing? You don't need inclusionary zoning. You just make the city affordable. Don't make it between the state beating us over the head and the city, we can make this city affordable. I don't know what we can do with the state. You have to send Philip to Trenton, but we can do this. Roads and parks. At a time, we used to do that ourselves here through DPW. We don't even put swing sets in anymore. We outsource everything. Everything is outsourced because it's easy to write a check with your money. It's done. We'll give this person the contract, and they're making money on your money instead of us doing it ourselves because we have these departments. Why do we have DPW if they're not friggin' putting their swing sets in? We outsource everything. We just finished a road paving project here in Jersey City. Roads a nice job. They did my block on Congress Street, and of course we immediately ripped it up for water mains. And again, the city, not managing as usual, we're supposed to repave curb to curb. Of course we did not repave curb to curb, but I will get it done because I'm just going to haunt Philip until it is done. I damn near threw myself in front of a backhoe trying to stop them from digging the friggin' street up. We just had it paved like 6-7 weeks, maybe 2 months ago. Our last paving contract we gave, I think it was $12 to $14 million. That's on top of the $18 million we just gave the awful garbage vendor. The contractor made a lot of money on that. He's done with the project. He's probably sitting in Barbados right now on your money. Why? Because we don't do anything ourselves anymore. And that's the same. Can we pave our own streets? A lot of streets in Jersey City. Of course we can. We used to do it. Sure. We just have to want to do it. We have to want to manage it instead of writing that check. Can we buy the equipment? Oh, yeah. We probably could have bought 10 times the equipment with the $14 million contract for the paving, but we didn't do that. Can we train personnel? Yeah, we can do that. but we have to want to do that. Can we save you tax dollars by paving that ourselves? Duh, yeah, and owning the equipment so we can pave other streets? Yep, we just need to want to do it and manage. We don't want to manage. Oh, we don't want to manage. We just want to write that check to somebody. Can we pave streets in other municipalities or the county with that equipment we purchased and make money on it? Duh, yeah. That's called shared services. We could do that if we wanted to manage the city. Again, I'm not sure what DPW does anymore. Yeah, we could save you a lot of tax dollars. We talk about it. Everybody talks about shared services. I don't think we share anything in Jersey City. I might be missing something, but I doubt it. We have this is the stuff DPW should be doing. You're putting swing sets in? Yeah. Paving the roads? Yeah. We buy the equipment. We have a sprawling DPW complex. We have the room for the equipment. We can figure out how to do the paving. I don't think it's rocket science. Now, I come from a maintenance and repair background. I ran shops for 20-some-odd years. We trained many people to be trailer mechanics and truck drivers in my old shops. I'm sure we can figure out how to do paving. Maybe we hire a guy to teach everybody how to do the paving. Maybe we have him as the manager. I don't know. But I know sending out a check, $12, $14 million, that's gone. Money's gone. The guy's on the beach in Barbados. We got a lot of streets that still need to be paved. So what's that mean? That means another $12, $14 million check somewhere instead of us doing the effing work ourselves and saving you money. And we're creating jobs, and we're in control. We control the schedule. We control everything that way. But we don't do that. Jersey City's what, 12 square miles? That's a lot of friggin' streets. And when you add in the other 11 municipalities and the county, that's a lot of streets. We could be making money. We could have there's companies that just do paving. We could just do paving. We're the city of Jersey City. We could be out there building Hoboken, building the county of Hudson, saving you money, creating revenue, saving you money. But we don't do that. We could have that. We can have the equipment. It could be right here in Jersey City. We want to do some road paving? We don't have to do no stinking RFP so somebody else can make big money on your tax dollars sitting in Barbados when the paving job is done. We could go pave and pave and pave in Jersey City. We have the equipment. We have the technology. It's like the old $6 million man. We have the technology. We have the equipment. How much could the equipment cost? Is it going to cost us $14 million? I really doubt that. Now we own it. We can pave to our heart's content. We can do all these things. We can do the water department. We did it before. I'm sure we got people smart or smarter now than we did back in the late 90s. Can we pick up garbage and recycling? Duh, I'm sure we could do that. We just have to want to do that. We have to want to manage the city and its departments and save you money. Somewhere along the line, somebody's got to stop and say, we got to start saving the people of Jersey City some money. But for some reason, that doesn't happen because it's very easy to write a check with your money. All right, I'm out of show. You be good, you be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.